The name of this novel, this is James's from last year. The name of this novel, just to brace everybody for what's about to happen, the novel title is From Heaven Cometh an Angel with Blackened Wings. So we've got a pretty dramatic title here. What I'm seeing with the reading, this is not going to be dramatic. Okay. In the distance, a soft sound was heard. It had been a very long time that I have been in this forest. I can't even remember when it was that I had entered it. It was the first time that I encountered anything different. As I got closer, I could hear the sounds of drums and tubas being played. A marching band? Here, in the middle of the forest? Could I finally be getting out of here? Or perhaps there was inhabitants after all. As I got closer to the sound, I could faintly make out voices. They were chanting as they were marching. It must be the inhabitants. I couldn't make out the words, so following my curiosity, I got closer to them. Opu, opu, opu. Opu, opu, opu. Opu, opu, opu. Is that what I'm supposed to be singing? Yeah, I'm not saying it like that. We're the gnomes that say opu. And we're on parade. Opu, opu, opu. Opu, opu, opu. Opu, opu, until the sun don't shine. Opu, opu, till you cry. Opu here, opu there, opu all the time. Opu with us and you'll be fine. Opu the opu, join the line. Opu, lopuses, on you shall dine. Opu, opu, opu. Opu, opu, opu. Opu, opu, opu. We're the gnomes that say opu. And we're on parade. That was probably the worst chant I've ever heard in my life. But I got closer and closer to me as they probably sensed my presence. I could now see their oversized marching hats, all glittering with red lightnings on top. But I couldn't see their bodies yet since they were rather short. Once they got out of the tall grass that they were all marching under, I could see that all of them had all kinds of flamboyantly glittering clothes and oversized shoes. At this point, I really wanted to run away as fast as I can because I am not sure whether or not their chant was true, and I couldn't understand what was going on. I couldn't understand the chat. I didn't realize that there was a truth to, okay, whatever. All I knew was this wasn't something I wanted to understand. I agree with the narrator. The leader, or it seemed to be, stopped in front of me. Demanding my attention, it turned to me. How dare you stop the march of the Opu Lopus. I cannot say that without saying Oompa Loompas. I'm sorry. I call copyright infringement. Surprised and shocked. I am so sorry, I replied. Don't you know that we're extremely short on time? But was that a pun?
Maybe.
Okay, but if we don't march at this speed, we'll be late, he claimed, taking out a giant pocket watch from his glittering coat. I call copyright violation. Oh, this is bad. Very bad indeed. We must hurry or we'll really be punished. I now have all kinds of questions, but before I could ask any of them, the leader turned back to me. We're the gnomes that say opu. Now that you have found us and caused this delay, we must give you punishment, the punishment of opu. Are they also the knights who say me? Again, I'm seeing this, yeah. A barrage of opus assaulted my ears, and at the assault, my mind felt weakened, and I felt like a giant weight was thrown into my face. Please stop saying, oh, gnomes of opu, spelling in context. You did say you were in a hurry. Please hurry, for if you are late, you too shall be punished. After a period of silence, I was then assaulted with another barrage of it before they left in a hurry. Curious as to whether or not they'll really be punished, I decided to follow them. I soon found myself in a giant coliseum as the Opu Lopus stopped their march. From the top of the stands, a shadowy figure stood and questioned the Oompa Loompas. I'm just going to call them Oompa Loompas from now on. I can't say that. What time do you think it is, Oompa Loompas? Do you not know that I have a schedule that cannot be compromised at any cost? The leader of the Oompa Loompas came out and replied, but our march was interrupted by this creature, as they pointed at me. Silence, I need not your excuses, the figure sternly replied. You know my rules, now you shall be punished. I will deal with the intruder myself later. Then the cages were suddenly opened, and a giant creature came out from within, wearing a suit and carefully adjust their monitor. Wow, grammar. The leader, seeing this creature, shrank back in fear amongst the rest of the Oompa Loompas. It's our mortal enemy, the flightless dodo bird Guaz. They cried in unison. Yes, indeed I am. It spoke in a well-mannered demeanor and a thick British accent. Now for your punishment, I believe. And then, as elegantly as before, it took out a large kettle and started boiling water in it, and pulled out a large tray with teacups and a teapot. Was it trying to make tea? I would assume it is. When I looked down on the Oompa Loompas, they were frozen in fear. Slowly, it opened a giant packet of tea leaves. From here, I could smell the tea. It was very premium quality Darjeeling tea. Then I realized it was the tea that they feared. What was it about Darjeeling tea that scared them so much? The soothing smell, oh my God, oh there we go, okay. The soothing smell of Darjeeling tea slowly got more and more intense as the tea leaves seeped. I felt an uneasiness come over me, but next to me the gnomes were fainting one by one at the mere smell of the tea. Carefully, Guaz poured the tea over the gnomes as the flavor of the tea hit them. They all started screaming in pain about the bitter taste of the tea. Shrugging, I asked the bird for a cup myself because I'm an idiot. Why? Why? I was with her dying. Let me try that. Here, smell this. It's horrible. Shrugging, I asked the bird for a cup myself and proceeded to pour me a new cup. As I drank the tea, I realized that the entire Colosseum was made out of gingerbread, and the heat from the tea have been deteriorating it for a while now. Grammar got weird there. I realized that it was falling apart, and before I could say anything, one of the walls crumbled down as the steam melted away the remaining structural integrity. So we're also doing Hansel and Gretel. Awesome. Getting everything. And oh, I caught that, obviously. Guaz, seeing the wall falling over, gracefully ducked the walls as the gnomes all scattered in fear. They all took the chance to run for the forest without a clear direction to go to. I followed them. But it didn't take very long for me to have lost them. Guaz slowly walked up to me and bowed. You look to be lost. Would you like me to lead you to an exit? Yes, if you please, I replied. Forgive them for their insanity, for you see, they truly are afraid of the punishment which they are given at the whim of the ruler of this land, Guaz began. Who is the ruler of the land? I asked in wonder. You'll find out soon enough. Guaz answered, showing me through the forest until we reached to a giant tree. Fair enough. Through here. Where, I asked. Oh my God, punctuation, it's amazing. It's a wonderful thing. Here, it answered, pointing to a tiny door, and also had all kinds of neon signs around it reading enter. I tilted my head at Guaz. How in the world am I supposed to fit in there? You drink some of my tea, you'll fit just fine, it answered. And that's it. That's James's Alice in Wonderland / Hansel and Gretel / Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. Yay, James. Yeah.
Take a bow, James.
Yes. Okay. We will be starting our next war in 5 minutes.